If I were to watch it again, I might have a different opinion of it. But I haven't watched it
recently. How long has it
enough,
been since you've seen it? How long has it been?
Early 20s, so we're talking like 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I'm doing off of basic memory.
And there were a lot of, in my 10, I felt good enough to where I was like, I don't need to go back and watch this and bump something because I'm good with what I have, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it was that way for the most part for me. You know, there was a few things, but you know, this was a hard list. I mean, you think with more movies in each year it would get easier. It's not the case. Even with the crappy movies, remember when we had the crappy movies the first couple of, you know, years in, it was hard for us to kind of narrow it down, you know, to 10.
This is a remake too, so there's that.
Yeah.
All right. So, Blake, you're up at number 8 now, buddy.
Well, again, it was hard for me to put this one here, but for number 8, I put The Lost Boys, and it's lower because, you know, it's not terribly gory. There are other movies on my list that top that one. You know, there are things about it I love, but it's not.
You made your home
number one.
Just like you did. Oh my gosh!
I muted her.
Wow.
She can just sit there for now.
Cry, little sister.
I'm going to stick Sean on it. And he, you know, as Vic knows, Sean's yeah. Well, she hung up. She'll call back. Anyway, so go ahead, Blake.
Oh, well, that's pretty much it. I want to make my sentences short and brief, you know, before she calls in and starts whatever the hell it is she's doing over there. So.
She's playing with her dinger.
Yeah,
she's flicking her bean.
That's so gross,
What'd you say, Blake?
Okay, so I said that's so gross. Just this whole thing is just, I don't know. This whole thing is just weird. Like, I've never, in the history of doing shows with you guys, ever had anybody else able to, like, just come through like that and then say some wild, off-the-wall stuff like that. I think that lady's drunk or something. I don't know.
Nobody liked us well enough to call us this many times. Okay, so number 7 for me is Near Dark, the vampire movie. This is a movie whenever I asked the question once upon a time, which one's better, Lost Boys or Fright Night? And I was solidly behind Fright Night. A bunch of people chimed in saying Near Dark, and I'm like, that wasn't the question, you stupid fucks. So, you know, ask a simple question and get a stupid answer. Jesus Christ. Yeah. But yeah, Near Dark's my number 7. It's a good movie. It's another one that I need to revisit and see where it really ranks. But for now, a number 7's not bad, and it made my top 10. I can tell you that. It's good enough. And you got Bill Paxton.
And Lance Henriksen. And Adrian Hazdar. Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Yes, exactly. You got some horror legends in there. So, good stuff.
Yeah. All right, my number 7. I feel like Blake kind of stole my thunder on this one because I was supposed to like snub it more than anybody, but Lost Boys is my number 7.
Can I just say that it's amazing to me that Blake had that as low as it did? And this isn't a criticism. It's just a surprise because it seems like a movie that Blake likes a lot more than us. Am I wrong?
Well, it is a movie that I like a lot more, but if you look, there are some other horror heavyweights going on in this year that it can't top. It can't top those. Like content, it can't top story, it can't top, you know, cinematography, it can't top effects. It has great effects. Bill Force is family to me. I love the man. And you know, I love his work. But I mean, that film is a great film, but it is not the best one of 1987. It's up there, but it's not the best in my opinion, you know, as far as horror is concerned, because it's not really scary as much as it is kind of just, I don't know, it's more like a thriller to me. Like, it's not really scary, like in terms, like Fright Night could be, you know, or Near Dark could be.
The fans disagree with you. The fans had Lost Boys easily winning the number 1, which I'm not surprised. I don't think Vic's surprised at all by that.
It takes different strokes to move the world, you know, to paraphrase Kevin Smith.
I think the truth of the matter is, though, Lost Boys fanboys and fangirls are possibly the most annoying fan base there is. So you got that going.
Well, I don't
Congrats.
always disagree with what the consensus says. You guys have made a career off not agreeing with what anybody says generally. So, there you go.
Yeah. Well, funny. We're all sitting here. We got you at number 8 for Lost Boys, Vic at number 7, and you got me at number 6. So that's where I have Lost Boys. It's certainly not number 1. It's a damn good movie. It really is.
It is.
I just feel like it's overrated by a lot of people. That's all. And, it's not the best vampire movie. And people just love it for Kiefer Sutherland's in it. That's really what it boils down to. Blake, what was your number 7 again? I apologize.
I didn't do my number 7 yet.
Well, I skipped you. My apologies. I'll let you do your 7. You shouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
See, Blake, I haven't drank a lot lately, and I'm drinking right now, so it's like hitting me pretty hard.
That's okay. It's perfectly fine. This is still y'all's show. I'm just kind of like the unofficial guest co-hosty asshole type. That's just what I do. But number 7 for me is kind of like a sci-fi horror. Again, I was really hesitant about putting it on the list, but I think it deserves it. That, Mick worked on this one, and it's one of the best ones, of 87, The Hidden. The Hidden is the shit. It's a great movie.
That's another movie that I don't think other people would put on there. It did not make the 16. It did not make the tournament. But Blake, again, coming with something a little different, a little off the wall, which is good. We always like the parody. So that brings up our own heavy hitter, Victor Philpott, with his number 6, because I already gave Lost Boys as my number 6.
Yep, this is a movie that I never heard of until Travis turned me onto it a few years ago. I bought it at some convention I was at once upon a time, but I'm going Blood Diner, my number 6.
Nice. Yeah, I don't remember how I watched it, but it was just randomly I came across it, and I was like, this is the shit.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Well, there's cannibals, like and you love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only genre that I think can compete with slashers for Vic is cannibals. Is that about right, Vic?
Yeah, probably.
I think that's the only thing that even comes close for you.
Yes, that's probably it.
Fair enough. All right, I don't want to skip Blake this time because I fucked up last time. Blake, you're at number 6 now, buddy.
Number 6 is one that, again, I was hesitant putting this one. It is actually not a favorite of Lisa's. Lisa actually gave me a little bit of shit for putting it on here, but I had to include it because I liked it. Predator.
Okay, so I want to get into something. And first of all, if we did – all right, it's going to take me a second to kind of flesh this out. Once upon a time, Vic and I did our top 10 horror movies of the summer. And this is like our first show or second show, wasn't it, Vic?
Yeah, that was our very first podcast.
Yes. So I knew it was our first or second. The Burning was our second. So I had Predator on that list. And then when I did this list, I looked at IMDb, and it didn't have horror listed as one of the first genres for it. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to put it in the tournament. I'm not going to make it eligible for me. But, if somebody else ranks it, fine. I'm not going to give them shit for it. So if I were to do Predator, it would be my number 1. Let me just say that. I don't have it on my list because I didn't want to hear people bitch about how it's not horror. I got peer pressured in my own mind. I didn't want to hear it because I hear it too many fucking times about other things. Because I knew if I put Predator on the fucking tournament, Vic and Blake, that everybody would cry about it. And they would. And I'd have to listen to it, and I'd get annoyed. I'd fucking comment. Huh?
It's on the Wikipedia list of horror from 1987. So
I know. I agree. I agree, but I'd feel like if
I wouldn't give
somebody,
you shit. I wouldn't give you shit for it.
I'm just saying it would be a shitty argument to say Wikipedia because anybody would be like, Wikipedia is made by people, so that doesn't mean much.
It's just as much horror as Gremlins.
I agree. Predator, so's Terminator, just for the record. So's Terminator.
Yeah.
It's the same deal. Okay, but I'm not going to do it because I just don't want to listen to people. You know what I mean? Fuck it. But so if I were ranking Predator would be my number one because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I am not personally going to rank Predator, but I have no issue with you guys ranking Predator. So fucking have at it. You guys can argue with the crybabies out there, okay? I you know what it is? I'm old and I don't feel like arguing with people anymore. I don't care anymore.
I've never seen you take the weak route, homie. That's crazy.
I did. I know. I don't have the time to argue with people. You know, I don't. They get under my skin, and I start going nuts on them and fucking threaten to kill them. You know, it goes bad.
Yeah. So I'll just blame it on Truett. It's Truett's fault.
Yeah, he softened me, punk.
Yeah.
All right. So, it was funny because I debated that heavily whether I should have it on there or not, and I was like, I better not. Plus, I'd probably lose my shit if I saw Lost Boys beat it in the tournament. I'd flip a table over that shit. All right, but okay. So on to my number 5. Prince of Darkness is my number 5. That is a movie that I did not watch until it's a John Carpenter movie. I didn't watch until like 2007. It was the first time I watched, or at least the first time I remember watching it. And I watched it. It was late at night, and it had the perfect fucking atmosphere. I was like, this movie's fucking good. It's weird, but it's good. And I was like, I don't know why people don't give this movie more credit. It's a really good fucking movie. So here it is at 5 on my list. And I think it easily could have moved up or down, maybe a spot or two. I love Prince of Darkness. It's not as good as a lot of other Carpenter movies, but it's definitely, like, pretty elite as far as horror movies go, in my opinion. It's unique. You got Alice Cooper in it. You got Donald Pleasance. It's good shit, man. I like it.
Anything with Alice Cooper's worth me.
Indeed. So then that moves. So now Vic is up with number 5.
My number 5. Because I feel like we're getting into the heavy hitters now. The heavy hitters. So my number 5 is Evil Dead 2.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Evil Dead 2 was in the finals. Evil Dead 2 actually won the closest vote of all time by 1 vote to get to the finals over Hellraiser. It was 137 votes, and Evil Dead 2 had 1 more vote than Hellraiser to win the vote to get to the finals to take an ass whipping from the Lost Boys.
Fucking Lost Boys.
So Evil Dead 2,
that's good.
Good showing for Evil Dead 2. I'm not surprised though. Evil Dead, and Evil Dead 2 are pretty well loved, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, if Corey likes it, that tells you something. I'm just saying. He's never seen anything. All right, Blake. We're up into the upper tier now. What's your number 5, my man?
Well, I saw this movie on a date with my wife, and at the time it was one that I hadn't seen. And I don't know if I had not ever seen it or if I'd only seen it bits and pieces, but I really liked it. And it's odd because it's the same as your number 5, Travis. It's Prince of Darkness.
Nice. It's a good movie. It really is. It's not a great movie, but it's a good movie for sure.
Well, what got it for me was Donald Pleasance as a priest was hilarious.
Yeah. Not a pedophile priest.
And then cross cuts to the thing in the doorway, the black, form, the shadowy bat-like figure in the door. That was a really, really good cut, and I think that was really clever of them to put that in there because you're not really sure what you're seeing at first. Plus Alice Cooper. I mean,
Hell yeah. I mean, this movie's great. Prince of Darkness, fucking fantastic movie. Well, I say great. It's good. It's number 5 on our list. And fellas, I'm going to have some thoughts on 1987 after we get through our list. So remind me to make sure that I give my overall thoughts on 1987. But now that Blake's given his 5 and Vic's given his 5, and of course I gave my 5, I guess I'll give my number 4. And this is a tough one because I almost feel bad having it this low, but at the same time, I feel like there's one thing about this movie that irks me, and it's like the last 5 minutes of the movie. They're like unnecessary